Hi everyone, my name is Mr. Watson, and in this short video I'm going to be giving you an overview and a little bit of context for Ted Hughes' poem, Bayonet Charge. Now this poem is part of AQA's GCSE English Literature, Power and Conflict syllabus. The poem itself depicts the experience of one soldier as he charges at the enemy during World War I and begins to question his role in the battle. So what exactly is a bayonet charge? And what's a bayonet? Well, a bayonet is a knife that you would attach to the end of a rifle. Remember, back in World War I, the military was limited by the technology of the time. Therefore, there were no automatic weapons, and reloading a rifle would take time that in the middle of battle, soldiers wouldn't always have. The addition of the bayonet on the end of a rifle gave soldiers a way to still attack and defend themselves if they were unable to use the rifle. So naturally, a bayonet charge is when soldiers with bayonets jumped out of the trenches and charged towards the enemy across no man's land. Now here is some background information on the poet Ted Hughes, who was alive from the 17th of August 1930 to the 28th of October 1998. He was an English poet and a children's writer, and critics frequently rank him as one of the best poets of his generation. Hughes's father had fought in World War I. He narrowly escaped being killed when a bullet lodged in a paybook in his breast pocket. The stories of Flanders Fields filled Hughes's childhood imagination. Hughes himself noted, "My first 6 years shaped everything." Hughes's earlier poetic work is rooted in nature, and in particular, the innocent savagery of animals, an interest he had from an early age. He wrote frequently of the mixture of beauty and violence in the natural world. Animals serve as a metaphor for his view on life. Animals live out a struggle for the survival of the fittest in the same way that humans strive for ascendancy and success. Hughes loved hunting and fishing, swimming and picnicking with his family. He came to view fishing as an almost religious experience. He felt that the whole of Yorkshire was in mourning when he was growing up because of the impact of war. Now, to really understand the context of bayonet charge, we need to know what this word means: patriotism. So a definition for this is a devoted love, support and defence of one's country, or, in short, a national loyalty. Now, during World War I, the government would promote the idea of going to war as something that was heroic and noble and something of an adventure, in an attempt to get as many young men to sign up as possible. As such, this led to marketing campaigns, some of which produced posters similar to the ones that you see here. Each poster promoted patriotism in one way or another, and they highlighted the most appealing aspects of joining the army. For example, rallying around the flag, or developing an education by way of learning new skills. Now, the truth about all of these posters and campaigns is that it was effectively propaganda, because it only showed the side of the story that the government wanted to show at the time. They wanted the young men to be optimistic and to be enthusiastic about joining the army, and as a result of this, they failed to show or explain what it was really like on the front line. You'll notice that none of these posters show the horror of war, the reality of war. And yet this massive promotion of it being a patriotic and national effort left any man who didn't want to join the army almost feeling guilty that all of his friends and family members might have gone to sign up and he hasn't, suggesting maybe that he'd let everybody down and let his country down. And because of that, some men still signed up, even if they didn't necessarily want to. It was only when soldiers had already been convinced by these posters and propaganda campaigns, and when they were finally sent out to the front line to battle, that was when many of them realised what war was truly like, and it was nothing like they could have ever imagined. Bayonet Charge is a poem which captures this experience for an individual soldier who is running across no man's land and realising that he is merely a cog in the machine of the army, and that when it comes down to it, when your life is on the line and you're potentially moments away from death, those ideals of heroism and adventure and patriotism are far from the front of the soldier's mind. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please leave a like, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so that you don't miss any future teaching videos that I upload. Thanks for watching, see you next time, bye for now.